Today's devotion is going to go a little bit of a different direction, because up until this point, for very many weeks, we've been going through the Sermon on the Mount. But on my devotion yesterday, I said something. Right at the end, I was at 5 minutes, that warrants further explanation. And it comes from the last verse in yesterday's text. This is Matthew 7, verse 6. It says, "Do not give to dogs what is holy, and do not throw your pearls before pigs, lest they trample them underfoot and turn to attack you." And I said, I forget exactly what I said. Something along the lines of, we can't necessarily expect individuals who are not a part of the Christian ethos to live according to Christian moral standards. And you say, hopefully your response is, explain more, and not, stop that. So here's me explaining more. That's what we're doing today in today's devotion. There are certain laws, and when I'm saying laws, I'm tenets of God's will. My understanding, I'm going to start with some definitions, okay? My understanding of the law, big L law, God's law, is a description of God's will for His creation. How He designed creation to work. So this includes a lot. This includes natural laws like gravity, because gravity, the 9.8 meters per second squared that we accelerate toward other bodies, or toward the Earth, that is God's design. He designed the Earth to work that way. He designed gravitational force to work that way. So it includes natural laws like that, and it includes kind of common sense laws, like don't kill other people. That's kind of, people get that. Even if they're not Christian, even if they don't believe in God, they get that it's not okay to kill people. So there's a distinction that I'm making between kind of these governing laws that make sense to someone regardless of your faith in God, and conforming laws where we as Christians are actively pursuing putting our lives in line with God's will for them. And a really easy example I can give you is the first commandment. Hold on, I want to get the exact nomenclature right. So, the very first commandment, it says, "You shall have no other gods before me." And then it goes on to speak against idols, and then "You shall not take the name of the Lord in vain." Okay? If you do not believe that God is real, that God exists, the commandments are nonsensical to you. Why would you avoid saying phrases like, "Oh my God," if you don't actually believe God exists? Like, there's nothing, it's a powerless phrase. Whereas if you're Christian, you know that God's name is holy and it is to be treated with respect and care, not used flippantly as an exclamation, right? So when I say, when it says, "Don't give to dogs what is holy," don't put pearls before swine, I think part of that is speaking to the standards that we hold ourselves to as Christians, that we should hold ourselves as we seek to conform our lives to God's will for them. They don't make sense to some of them do. Like I said, they're governing. Governing is the word I'm looking for. They're governing laws that make sense mostly to everybody. But these conforming laws, they wouldn't make sense if you do not have faith in the one true God. And I wanted to spend some time clarifying a little bit, and if you have more questions, please reach out to me. You can send me an email, shoot me a text, comment on the video. I'll see it probably pretty soon. Facebook, whatever. because I want to make sure I'm being understood clearly, and I don't want to be misheard. So if you're hearing this and you're thinking that doesn't sound right, let's talk. So that's the devotion I have for you today. I hope it was helpful and not just more confusing. With that, brothers and sisters, go in peace and serve the Lord. I'll see you on Sunday.